Merry Christmas, everybody. Today I'm gonna show you how I built this opera, and at the end, I'm gonna sing in it. Merry Christmas, guys. Hello, I'm Julia, and today I'm gonna build a very wealthy looking house that is very Christmas inspired, and inside it's gonna be a stage for us to sing. I have already gathered a bunch of materials. Some of them I gathered on stream, so if you want to watch the VOD, feel free. Kind of wanted to build this on the mountainside, so I don't have to build a back. So first and foremost, what I have to do is clear out a little bit of space so we can get started with building. So that's the area cleared out. Now let's make a foundation, and that's basically the shape. I made like a straight line and then this little round front part. And in order to make the design interested and intricate, I don't know. I want to use some stairs like this and then the other way around so it looks like it's carving in. That's already taken shape, I'd say, looking very fancy. That's what I'm going for, rich and fancy. Now I want to actually go and build some walls so we can have the fancy arch and designs that I was trying to go for. I'm not really sure how high up I want to do it, so I'm just winging it, and winging is not always good, but let's hope it is. I mean, that is something. So now in order to make this more curved, I could make use of the birch because they have trapdoors, and trapdoors help you with the following. Boop. Do I like that? Do I? I do. I'm only struggling with these corners there. I would like to replace them with something like a stair, but like if I were to replace this here with a stair, it would be a hole, and we don't want a hole. Or we try out a wall? No. Or we try out a sandstone block, you know, with the texture. That could help with transitioning over. I like that. Yeah, because it's like a mixture between the look of the darker wood type and the brighter sandstone. So now in front of these things, there's a bunch of details in the references that I'm looking at. I could use some walls, put them on top here. There must be a staircase in front of it actually as well. I need to still install that. I'm just gonna make a platform in front of it so I don't fall off all the time. And then I can place a stair here and a stair there as little details. Could be higher up though. Yeah, I think that's cool. We could use some cut sandstone for the bottom. That's not bad. So now on top of this, I thought I could use these stairs at the bottom and do the same as I did there, just with, to add more of a shadow. Maybe I change it up then afterwards, I don't know. Because I like the idea of adding shadow by using the birch wood instead of the sandstone, because then it looks like this. So that's good. And now I can hop down, break my leg, and use my smooth sandstone to fill in this part here on the sides. So let's come up with a design for these side parts here. I want to keep it similar to this, just sideways. So how about I'm just recreating what I did. I don't know if that works, but all we can do is try. That doesn't look like it's gonna work, does it? Maybe it does. Oh, there's a honey rose quartz next to me, trying to get my attention. I'll give her my attention in a second. Let me just do this here. Instead of trapdoors, I think that's better. Yeah, I think we have a design for the sides. Let me copy it to the other one. Okay, that's almost the full bottom layer. But for these sides here, I want to go in and I want to make another arch. So I guess I'm just gonna do it like I did the other ones. But I think for this one, I'll use a full block and then go over to the slabs. And then go over to trapdoors, because that's even a smoother transition and it's better for like these big arches. I think that's really cool, yeah. Then in front of these arches here, I think it would be really cool to make little pillars with the sandstone walls. And then over here we can use some cut sandstone, some normal sandstone, and finishing it up with some strip birch, because that goes darker. I think that is quite cool. But over there, it's still quite empty. Like I do want to put something in the wall over the arch. So what I'm gonna do is, I thought I'm gonna remove the sandstone here, replace it with some stairs, almost until the middle, and then in the middle I would like to do something more interesting, like maybe putting the stairs more like this so they make this kind of shape, and then some walls in front of it. No, that doesn't work. Or maybe like some trapdoors. Could also use like fence gates or something. Pop up. How is that? Yeah, that looks like a little detail. I like that. And then for the front here, like in the middle, I was thinking it's still a little empty. And on the reference I'm looking up, they have like these kind of details here. Lovely jubbly, a floating house. And oh, honey jumped off. Now I want to make some windows. So for the window design, I was thinking, so we're framing it at the bottom, we're framing it at the side. So over here, technically, there would be another dividation. Why am I always saying dividation? And then up here, I want to make it like a rounded off vibe, because this is basically just rounded off. So to do that, I'm gonna frame it like this and finish it off with slabs. So how is that? Not bad, but I do want to put this a layer higher, like so. I think that's better. I think that's a bunch better. Hello cow. There's a little cow problem here. Don't ask me, ask Adeline. Just Adeline. I want to divide it in between as well, but for that, I would have to make stairs again, because this doesn't work. The only problem with stairs is that they're thicker than trapdoors, because there's no vertical slabs in Minecraft. So does that look good? Yeah, I think it does. Now I want to put glass behind the windows, but not just any glass. It's brown dyed glass, because it's dark, which I think darker glass looks a lot better than lighter. I mean, white glass also works, because then it looks like it's snowy. But the thing why I'm using brown glass is it's a warm color, and it's also a little darker, because that seems logical to me. And it looks like that. And now I want to design the middle windows there. I did have the idea to put a door here, which, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. So I guess I moved the chests first. Now I've built the second area behind it with some arches, just like I did there. And I want to put like the door, the main door here. So for the design, I'm going to place a full block here, and then I'm going to put the stairs here. Then a trapdoor in between, and then I'm gonna surround the rest with trapdoors. Maybe I could put another dividation, because I really like dividation. That's good. And then the doors. So for the doors, I'm gonna put them on this level here, and I'm gonna put 3. And then I'm just gonna use some trapdoors here to fill in the gap. And I think that's quite cool. Okay, Josie is standing in front of it. Yeah, that's nice. I'm gonna fill that in with the brown glass again, and then I'm gonna also design another window design for here. It's gonna be a lot smaller, I would suppose. And I think I want to go for this kind of design. So we have a full block here, and then we have a slab there. And we can obviously put in the dividation again, because Josie likes the word dividation that doesn't exist in real life. Haha, it's fine. It's a word now. From now on, if you're part of the bloop cult, you should say dividation. So now, before we do the second level, I want to make a staircase going out like this, kind of like in this crazy pattern, because I think that would be really cool. And I added a staircase and also a platform to walk on, you know, so we can walk on a platform. So now though, this is like, there's a little bit of a problem, you see? There is like this floating platform action going on, and there's an emerald. Nice. So in order to make this less floaty, I want to put some stone and terrain under it. So I'm using some stone. I'll also be using some packed ice, and I'm topping it off with snow. And this is what we got so far. So now, after we done this, we want to work on the second level. So we'll basically put it on top here, and now we just build a wall up first. I actually made a design for this in creative mode already, because I just couldn't wait to design it. And this is what I designed in creative. As you see, there's a little bit of a different block palette. I wanted to incorporate some bamboo so it looks like it's golden details. And I'm trying to do that here now. So let's try to make it sideways. So basically I have the bamboo here, which means the window will be a little slimmer. Well, these here I have to remove actually, and replace them with this. Then at the top here, I think maybe in this direction could work. Could not work. It's not gonna work. That's hard. Maybe I'll just frame it fully with like full blocks here, which technically I'm using slabs, but nobody knows. Because it doesn't really matter what it looks on the inside, because I can always frame it one more time on the inside, but on the outside it kind of does matter what it looks like. Oh my god, honey suffocate in the wall. Okay, girl. Like that. I think that could work. But then there's still like the fence situation going on in the middle. So I might just use that here. And I think that could work. You know what? It's not bad. That's actually quite cool for a window that I just built on the side. I mean, I could also just put trapdoors here, because that way it will be definitely less thick. That's actually better, is it? Building sideways is really fun, but also really annoying. I like it and I hate it at the same time. Oh, I like it and I hate it at the same time. You and I. Let's just try to do the front design here. From the side, you see the blocks now peeking through. I might want to cover it in walls, because that gives more of a structure and all of that. I think I like that. So we have these stairs going outwards, so I did that here. Then I'm just gonna place the birch one in the middle, because I did have more than that, but it doesn't really fit, so I think birch is enough. Then I'm placing these on top. I don't know, does that cover too much? It's truly covering everything. Like I don't even need the trapdoors there. Could make full blocks again. I feel like making full blocks would be smarter in this case. Yeah, I think that's quite good for the design. I still need to put the top onto it. Okay, I can't fit through there anymore. I'm too fat. Okay, now over here we have the stairs going inwards and the stair up there, but as you see, there's not really space for stairs to go inwards. So I might as well just only put a stair on top, but then this doesn't work. I can place one here, I can place one here, and then this happens. There's holes now. I just need to fill these holes and it's gonna be solved, right? Yeah, I mean, you know what? That's the design. That could work. So let me just copy that to the other side. And now I'm just taking the same window and put it exactly above there. And this is so nice. I love it. Now that we have this, I feel like there's a lot of golden because of the bamboo at the top, but there's no golden details at all at the bottom because I didn't use the bamboo at the bottom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna quickly go in and add some of the golden as I open my eyes, hoping you're so golden. And that's it. I also added, as you can see, something on top of it. I've added some stairs here all around the thing. I've added like the same thing as I did here, like these stairs in there. And I also textured the stairs with some bamboo. And then I added some pillars to these, to the top level. I also carved in here with some stairs, so it looks a little more detailed, the window design. I think that's quite cool. So now, the next thing we're going to do is work on the roof. So for that, I want to build these interesting A-shape thingies that I see on the reference that aren't really A-shaped, but like that's the flair that they're interesting shaped. So they kind of look like, not like this. Actually, they look a lot different. I assume they look something like this. But the side parts here, they are also stairs. And then I might actually like put walls here. Is that cool? Yeah, that actually gives it the right vibe. And then here we have to put stairs. I think that's the shape. Yeah, I think I want to raise it one block up, like the whole thing. I moved it up one block now, and I also surrounded it with the wood types to make it like look golden as I open my eyes. And now there's one thing. In front of this, on the reference, there is this window behind here. Exactly here. Oh no, constantly breaking everything. So then behind here, we can frame it with the dark oak again. Does that look cool like this? I mean, I might want to put like some stairs in front of it to frame it like a little bit. I think that looks a bit cooler. Yeah. And for the edges, like maybe some sandstone walls. And then I frame it with trapdoors. Oh, yeah, that doesn't work. I mean, I can just put stairs here. Problem solved. It's such a tiny little window. It's adorable. It's so small. Maybe I should have made it bigger. Nah, it's fine. And then I could divide it in the middle, maybe? I mean, this doesn't work, but I could make this a full block. It's a very different window design from the others, isn't it? Maybe I could do it like this, then replace these three. I know that's gonna be a big problem with that. And now I need to move all the details up. That is probably not smart. How is that? The design might not be big enough. I don't know. I mean, I could put another level of blocks on top of it. Like this, maybe? Yes! I think that's good now. So, there is 2 more things we should make with sandstone and golden details, and then we can work on the actual roof. And these are gonna be here. I would say right above these windows, there's gonna be another pair of windows, and they are gonna look exactly the same. So I added the window designs to the sides, and I also added this little bit of a frame here, like the usual thing that we always do with the stairs. So now it's time to make the roof, isn't it? So for the roof, I want to go for a different design that goes more like this. It will basically start here and then always go one block inwards, also around the corners. So that's the roof made of snow. Well, it's technically just covered in snow, and that's why I made it of snow. I will texture that, I think, with some diorite and calcite after I'm done making the shape, but I'm not done with the shape yet, as you can see. It's just like a big blob that I made. And now I'm gonna make this blob a bit more makey sensey. So for that, I will put like more snow here, kind of like this should be enough, I think, like this. But for the front here, it still misses some snow, so maybe I can just fill that in like so. I don't know if that looks good. I think that could work. Let's just texture it with calcite and diorite real quick, and voila, it's textured. And now, additionally to the texturing, we have this lovely thing in the game called snow layers, and I'm gonna use that to make it all just a little more smoother and just nice. And that's the finished roof. But we're not 100% done. There is still some Christmas decorations missing, because as you see, that's just a normal house and there's nothing really Christmassy about it. But we want to go in and around these windows here. Ooh. And then I want to add a little bit of a curtain around here with some mangrove. And I might actually replace the blocks behind this here as well. But the main thing is I will hang down these guys, and they'll hang down till here. And over here I use this different design because I have like a bottom there. So now I'm basically behind this wall, and I'm just gonna break this block here, I think, and the block above it, and replace it with these two. And then we have this little part, then under here, I think, and then also in between these two, this one here. And then I'm gonna do this with all the other ones, maybe not all of them, but like a few at least. So for the middle, I think I want to just add it to the top, maybe a little bit in a wavy pattern. So I'll just go around this here, and I will replace the middle ones with terracotta, because then it gets like this little pattern at the top, and it will not be too much, but I will kind of end it around there. And now last but not least, I want to put a curtain around the front entrance, kind of like this, a bit longer though. And then I want to build it in a little bit, because I want to now use some spruce leaves and some oak leaves textured. And now to finish it up, we're gonna put some bubbles. Cute! And I got these because these are heads basically. And there's a plugin you can get. You can put that into your world or into your server, where you can basically put terracotta blocks in a stone cutter and you get these heads. And it's pure vanilla, so like if you put the world up for download, people can still see these heads because they're heads. Some players just called themselves that, and that's how it goes. I might want to put some smaller ones by using item frames. And with this one, you basically just put item frames down, put some baubles in there, and then you go face the item frame, /trigger if invisible, and they go away. And additionally, we could go in here and take out the leaves, put a crafting table in there, put candles on there. I know, I'm just using a crafting table because I have 22. Because unfortunately, candles don't want to be placed on leaves for some reason, but they can be floating, so like, life is weird. Then I can use my bow to light them up. Yes. So now that that's done and very cute, I want to put some bushes right next to this here to make it look really fancy and posh. And that's the bushes. Now I want to add some trees, and I'm starting with a mud brick walls thingies. And I'm building this straight up and making it quite tall. And then I go over to fences because that's slimmer and more peaky. And then I'm adding some fences. What? It's all around the thingy. And that's the tree. Yeah, lovely. That's why we're gonna keep it like a dead tree without any leaves. Now I'm gonna put the leaves on there. So for the leaves, I basically just put like the darker leaves in the middle, because I want to do a blue spruce. And you know, like we have these oak leaves and they look a little bit bluish in this biome. They have like this bluish hint to it. And I absolutely love that. And this is the tree. Look at the tree. Oh, I love it. I love a good old spruce tree. So now I'm gonna put some layers on here. And now we're putting some bubbles on the tree. And that's the tree. And now I'm gonna pop in another one. And I love this. I love the trees. They add so much, and I made them different heights, so it's like more natural. And now in front here, you see this area. I'm not really happy with this. I feel like I would like a little bit of an overhang. So like it goes a bit more outwards, like right in front of the stairs. And then we have some stairs actually upside down here. And then I finish it up with some walls. And now I just want to put some candles on here actually, because I feel like that would be cool. And now I want to make a way to get up to the building. Obviously there is not really a way to get up besides climbing the mountains here. I want to make a way down here to the racetrack, which you usually wouldn't walk along there. So I will also make a way down here because this is like the main area, the bottom of the pit. So I'm gonna start this staircase here, I think. I'm just gonna make it like 5 blocks wide, I'd say, because it needs to be big and imposing and wide and all that stuff. And if I reach like a certain point where I feel like I can make a little corner, I can go around the corner. I think over here I could go around the corner because that's actually enough. That's the 2 stairs now. And for the design here, I want to go ahead and use upside down stairs around the edges here. And then I'm gonna put some walls, some fences, some walls, some fences, some walls around it, and then I can put candles on there. And before I show you the finished build, including the whole interior, I want to introduce my new Patreons, Ruben and Wolfsimon. Welcome to the Bloop family. You're now friends with Bloop. How does it feel? It feels fantastic. Thank you so much for both of you for supporting me. And now it's time to finally show the finished opera slash theater. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Ask me, ask someone else. Tell me in the comments what you think it's more. I looked up references of both, and it does seem like both to me, especially when we go and look at the interior now. So let me show you the interior. So first we go up these stairs here with a lovely candle decoration, all of that. We feel very immersed here. It's very big and imposing when you stand in front of it. So as we go in, ooh, this is the first thing we see. I made some golden decorations around the entrance, and this is the main hall. You first just get a sneak peek, but I'll show the upper floor first because this is definitely the best room and the one that I spent the most time on. And also big thank you to Honey, by the way, for helping me digging out the hall. So we go up one of these stairs. Over here we have like a little hallway area. We have some storage because I needed to put my chest somewhere else. And then in here we have a little lounge. So the lounge is basically to chill. We have some very rich looking fancy sofas to chill on. And that is the view we see when we chill on these. We have a little Christmas tree. We have a shelf with our luxurious golden armor. And we also have a cute little fireplace with some stockings and my throne. Then there's another staircase. And if we go up that staircase, we have a little cafe. These are 3D models I made in an old video where I built a cafe. I can link that in the description. And here we have some little seats. We can go to the bar. I don't know, it's not really a bar, but you know, you can like order your stuff here. And yeah, here's some nice tables with food on them. Very adorable. And now we can go down again and I show you the thing I'm most proud of. And that's my dear friends. By the way, also, have you noticed the carpet? I really like the design with the leaf litter. I got the idea from, I think, B-Dubs made that before. I saw that on the Hermitcraft download. But yeah, that, my dear friends, is the actual opera hall or theater hall or the stage, whatever you want to call it. We have lots and lots of seats. From the stage, it looks like this. I also placed some people on the seats, so it doesn't seem like I'm performing in front of no one. And here we have a little piano with Bloop. Bloop is playing the piano for us today. And on the sides, we also have some seats. The way you access them is you go through here, like in the main entrance area, and you go through this hole here, and then you can go sit here in the special seats. And there's also a level that's lower and that's down here. You have to stand. There's not really much space to sit, so I felt like putting down seats would look awkward. So you have to stand here, and this is how you can get on the stage. And yeah, I guess it's time for me to sing, isn't it? Bloop, play the tune. Oh. Leise rieselt der Schnee, still und starr liegt der See,
Still schweigt Kummer und Haar. Sorge des Lebens erhalt. Freue dich, Christkind kommt bald. Bald ist heilige Nacht. Chor der Engel erwacht. Hör nur, wie lieblich es schallt. Freue dich, Christkind kommt bald.